Welcome along to this one. As you can see here, I've got a set of gouache. It's a primary set, not used gouache before. I've been keen to get a set of gouache because when I first started, I used acrylic for a few years, and then I tried watercolour. And I've actually done watercolour ever since, and that's been a good few. Well, that's probably 3 years of each, I suppose. So as you can see here, I've actually already opened these. This is how they come in the box in that little holder. I'll just quickly run through the colours with you. So you get one yellow, which is they call it a primary yellow, so it's a middle yellow. You get a primary red, and you're not going to believe this colour coming up. Oh, you got it, primary blue. And then you've got a middle green, which seems to be a bit of a waste to me. I'd rather have a burnt sienna or something. Then you've got ivory black, so that should be quite a clean, bright black. And then a little same size of zinc white. I'd rather have, if I'm honest, as I say, something like burnt sienna or even another tube of white. Because the white, well, if it's anything like acrylics, you go through the white like no tomorrow. But the only difference is with gouache, you can thin it down with water, like you can watercolour. So maybe the white's not so imperative. So here you can see I've just done a little swatch of them. Just the colours, I've obviously then mixed the yellow and the blue, yellow and red, and the red and blue, just to see what orange, green and purple they give. Then, I've done a little doodle there to start with. And then underneath, with the yellow, well, all the colours there, I just added a bit of white so you can see the difference there. And then black instead of white. And then the bottom one is the middle green. And just added a bit of each of the other colours just to see the variations. But I'm probably not really going to use that green much. I think I'll just rather mix the yellow and the blue anyway. The tube greens always look quite unnatural to me. So I'm just looking at my watercolour swatch. This is my usual watercolour palette that I use. So the yellow looks a bit like cad yellow medium, maybe. It's probably the closest to that. They're not going to be exact, but I just think that's going to be closest to cad yellow. And that's not really like any of my reds, I don't think. The primary red. What's the near? I've not got that many reds, I must admit. I must admit. So crimson, I'm going to go with crimson. And in the primary blue, I will go with maybe turquoise. No, it's not really a proper primary colour, is it? Winsor blue. And the green. As you can see there, I don't like that green down the bottom. That mixture of the yellow and the blue is far better than that. So anyway, they're the colours I'm basically going to be using. So it's either going to be Winsor blue or the thing is with that, when I did that swatch, I didn't have cobalt blue. I've got cobalt blue now, so I might actually use cobalt blue rather than Winsor blue. Because that seems to be a bit more middle of the roader. So, I'm nearly choked to death there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to do this little shot, and I'm going to do this twice. Well, at 2 paintings at the same time. So I'm just going to do the watercolour on the left one. Just a little quick sketch of a shot, but he's had a little parent and, well, it's a mother and child. Just at the shop there. So I'm going to do that, as I say, at the same time. All I really want to do is I'm going to treat the the gouache as watercolour. And I'm going to use this little palette, which I did have for my acrylics, but I hardly ever used it, so I just cleared the acrylics out and I put those tubes, as you saw, into this little palette. And with my acrylics, it kept the paints wet for months, so I'm not going to have any issues with this. So what I did, I squeezed a bit of the tube in here and then put a little bit of water on the top, and then as I say, just little pots there. So that green, I'm obviously not going to use that green. I have put it in there, but I very much doubt I'll use it. Let me know what you think, what you prefer, if any. It'd be nice to get a few comments. So if you want to leave a comment and a like on the video, of course, and I'll see you on another one again soon. Cheers.